Federal government attributes healthcare failure to mass exodus of doctors. Nigeria is producing about 3,000 doctors every year from our universities. About 800 return from overseas, and about 1,000 are going out. So in reality, there is a net balance of doctors, but the employment rate is not commensurate. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us once again on the channel. I'd like to say a very big welcome to you all. If you are joining us for the first time, please do well to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Now, to all of our existing subscribers, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our post as they come your way. Thank you and God bless you. Now, on today's report, we see that the federal government is attributing the failure of our healthcare systems to the mass exodus of doctors in our country. Now, the Minister of Health actually disclosed this at the President Muhammadu Buhari scorecard in the health sector, which was being organized by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture in Abuja. And they are attributing that one of the failures that faces our healthcare system is the mass exodus, the brain drain that we see in our doctors leaving the country to look for greener pastures overseas and all of that. Now, yes, that could actually be one of the reasons that attributes, but also we have other major reasons which would attribute to the failure of our healthcare system. We have the lack of proper healthcare facilities structure. We lack proper structure. Sometimes you go to hospitals and the buildings are just dilapidated and they are in a palpable state that you cannot even imagine that, oh, this is a hospital. Now, we also see a lack of healthcare equipment. You go to hospitals most times and you see that, general hospitals, and you see that they're telling you there is no bed space, or we don't have this, there is no lights in the gen to power the generator. Sometimes you meet some of all these hospitals in darkness because there is no proper electricity and the backup generators are not working, or one reason or the other. Sometimes accident victims or patients emergencies are brought in, and some hospitals will tell you, they don't have oxygen, or they don't have the required drug or whatever to use to treat these patients, or you have to go somewhere else to buy it. And all these things are the things that actually do attribute to our healthcare failure in Nigeria. Now, yes, we see the mass exodus of doctors every year, year in and year out. And this is due to the fact that these doctors are not being properly awarded the right remuneration that they deserve. Now, they feel that there are better welfare opportunities for them out there, and they decide to take it. I believe that if our doctors are properly taken care of here, they would actually not see the need for them to actually leave the country. Well, we're going to go into the details of the report in full. Now, the federal government has attributed Nigeria's healthcare sector failure to the mass exodus of the most knowledgeable and highly trained doctors, nurses, and pharmacists from the country. Now, the Minister of Health, Dr. Haniri, disclosed this at the President Muhammadu Buhari scorecard in the health sector organized by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture in Abuja. Now, Haniri further explained that the federal government cannot stop the mass exodus of health professionals, but is trying to remedy it by speeding up the training of the young practitioners. A new mechanism is being set up now to engage Nigerian doctors, nurses, and pharmacists in diaspora and connect them with universities and hospitals in Nigeria to transfer knowledge. Workforce mobility is global. Doctors and nurses are moving everywhere, so we should not just knock ourselves. Where we suffer is that the highly trained ones are the ones who leave, those who have the experience, who have acquired most of the knowledge and confidence in healthcare management. That is where we suffer, and it takes time to train new people to take their place. Now, Ehanire also stated that government is doing everything possible to improve the remuneration and the conditions of service for healthcare practitioners. We are looking to introduce a better form of performance-based remuneration so that doctors will receive according to the work they do. A lot of doctors and nurses don't feel that they are properly rewarded. He further noted that Nigeria still has a significant number of unemployed doctors, explaining that some institutions prefer to engage nurses or community health workers because they are cheaper than doctors. Nigeria is producing about 3,000 doctors every year from our universities. About 800 return from overseas and about 1,000 are going out. So in reality, there is a net balance of doctors, but the employment rate is not commensurate. Now, the minister further raised concerns that the primary healthcare centers across the country are not functional, despite the fact that at least one PHC per ward gets direct funding through the decentralized facility approach. Now, this is exacerbating health burdens in the country, such as maternity mortality, mother-to-child transmission of HIV, because mothers are missing out on antenatal care services, amongst others. Meanwhile, Ehanire, while speaking on the achievements of President Muhammadu Buhari since 2015, said that the successful containment of the COVID-19 pandemic was one of the biggest achievements in the health sector, during which the country strengthened public health security. He also enthused that the new National Health Insurance Law, which is signed by the President, will boost access to health care and reduce the out-of-pocket payments from 72% to 40%. Well, that is it on the details of today's report. And we can see that the Minister of Health actually feels that one of the attributes to her mass healthcare failure is the mass exodus of doctors, which we see year in and year out. And he believes that our highly trained and knowledgeable doctors, nurses, and pharmacists are leaving every day, and this is one of the major and leading causes of healthcare failure that we face right now in Nigeria. I do hope the government will be able to put the necessary steps and plans into place to be able to curb this exodus of doctors that we see, the exit of doctors that we see year in and year out. Well, that's all we can take on the details of today's report. Until we'll come your way next time, please do well to stay safe. Bye-bye.